Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So one of my company employees is having an issue with his ROG Strix laptop. That laptop we bought, I guess, from 3 years ago. And the laptop specs is still great in my opinion. It has the Core i7 10th gen and RTX 2070 Super with 32 gigs of RAM and a great screen with 240 hertz refresh rate and 1 millisecond response time. So the specs are still great in 2025. And it's capable of running everything really smooth and great graphics settings till now, and it can handle actually all of the work applications that we are working on with the 3D modeling and everything. But as always, even with the very high-end laptops, unfortunately there will have to be a problem with the thermal. But this time it's not normal because the laptop itself is not feeling the heat, so it's not speeding up the fans while the CPU actually overheating. So here's the issue. When you start burning the CPU with the CPU burner from firmware, you will see the CPU fully utilized and the temperature is already 93 Celsius degree. And yeah, I have changed the thermal paste and I cleaned up the fans, everything. I did everything, but the temperature is still very high, 96 degrees Celsius, and the fans are not speeding up at all. But this fan can, in turbo mode, can go for like 6,000 RPM without any issues and cool down this thing. But it's not gonna do that because it's on the normal Windows mode and silent mode, performance mode. Every mode is the same. But the turbo mode will fix this issue 100%. But it's the turbo mode keeps the fans at the highest RPM, and that's not okay because it will be very loud, and we don't need that. So still the same issue, and you see the CPU frequency is dropping down. The temperature is still 95, which is very high and throttling the CPU, and the fans are barely speeding up, very low, really delayed. That's the setting for default bias and default fan curve, which came from Asus immediately without any tweaks. So after I applied and saved the new fan curve that I made specifically for myself for this laptop situation, I will start the test again and check everything again, the CPU, the fans, and how responsive they are. So let's start. As you can see, I've started the test. Here the CPU, 100% utilized, and only 82 degree, 85 degree, 86. Okay, I see it's working normal now. Yeah, and it's dropping down and going up again like 87, 86, and that's the normal when you utilize a laptop for 100% utilization or using any stress test. But now the fans are really responsive and took off after 1 second of the stress test, and it's going all the way to 3600 RPM. The same thing will happen for the GPU fan if we stress tested the GPU. So now we got the problem fixed. My point is, this laptop is still capable of doing everything from nowadays workloads, but lack of update for its BIOS system or fan curve, the default fan curve, is turning it down. And to be honest, something like this is not acceptable for me, Asus, because I think this laptop was the best in the market back in the day, and it was like priced around 3 grand. And for someone like me, it was really easy to apply some tweaks and get rid of this problem really quick because that's my work every day. So what about someone who just bought this laptop 2 years ago and he's still enjoying it, but for some reason the laptop is overheating and can't handle his work anymore because a few guys from Asus didn't update his laptop default fan curve to match nowadays workloads. Because this laptop, when it first released, I guess Asus tried to make the fans silent or maybe work at as low as 60% and not going higher than that, because this laptop back in the day was overkill to any task, so there were no need to speed up the fans, or maybe the fans work loudly while the laptop actually handling everything without any heat, because there is no application that can utilize it by 100% the way that can make it overheat actually. But instead, any heavy application like 3D modeling or graphics or whatever, it actually utilized the laptop or the CPU specifically by 90% of its power all the time, so that way it will be really hot. But the fans still work with the BIOS from 2021 or 2022, I guess, when this laptop first came out, and the fans mean to be silent back in the day. But now we need the fans to be more responsive with the workloads and heat to keep up with the CPU and the GPU. So will you guys ever update the BIOS or the default fan curve? Let's see. Thanks for watching. I see you next time.